Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Chicago Bulls video. Paul Millsap signed with the Brooklyn Nets this morning, and I was honestly really surprised. However, I don't think Paul Millsap is... Basically what I'm trying to say is Paul Millsap was a very good option. He might have been the best option available at that moment. However, there's going to be different opportunities. The Bulls do have some assets they can trade away, whether it's going to be Kobe White or some first-round draft picks. If the current roster isn't enough, the Chicago Bulls front office will make moves before the trade deadline in order to make themselves better, put themselves in a better position, whatever it's going to be. Tony Bradley, backup big man, front court is kind of where the Bulls lack depth. Tony Bradley's a very underrated defensive center, and it's looking like he's just set in stone going to be the backup big man for this roster. So the starting five is definitely going to look like Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. And then obviously the addition of Alex Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr., Tony Bradley. I think those guys are going to fill in the gaps on the bench very well. The Chicago Bulls last 4 or 5 years have not had a good bench whatsoever. And now they actually have some really quality guys. So I do think that the Bulls are going to surprise a lot of people, specifically because of Patrick Williams. I have big hopes for Patrick Williams. Last season, he averaged 9.2 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and an assist and a half in only 28 minutes per game. What's crazy, though, is he played and started in 71 games last season. He just recently turned 20 years old, so I don't even think he's anywhere close to his ceiling. If Patrick Williams comes out this next season, if he has an all-star year, the Chicago Bulls, in my eyes, are immediately contenders. But if Patrick Williams comes out next year, he's a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. He's pretty much a lockdown defender at such a young age. They put him on some really big assignments last season, guys like Giannis, guys like Jason Tatum. They put him on big assignments last season. My best guess is to prepare him for the future, and why not just let him get as many reps when the season doesn't really matter quite yet. So now that the Chicago Bulls actually have a handful of all-stars on their roster, that's why you absolutely love to see Patrick Williams pull off 71 starts last season. He's going to be a lot more relaxed, a lot more poised, more in control of his own game, and he also has a whole entire offseason to put in some work. He impressed me in the summer league. Obviously, his defense was there, but mainly with Patrick Williams and just any young player, any second-year young player coming out of the summer league, is you want to put up as many shots as you possibly can. So that's why we saw Patrick Williams hit double digits shooting attempts pretty much every single game he played in the summer league. That three-point shot this last season, it's a very efficient three-point shot. He showed it off, showcased it in the summer league. Hopefully he takes a couple more attempts than he did last year. That was really my only flaw with Patrick Williams last season. Keep in mind he was only 19 years old, but he just wasn't that aggressive on the offensive end, and he would show flashes of aggression on offense, and whenever he would show flashes, you saw the potential, you saw the promise there. And Patrick Williams, if he just takes a step offensively, I think it puts the Chicago Bulls in such a better position, because now not only do you have a couple great defenders, guys, you got Patrick Williams, you got Lonzo Ball, the Bulls already have they already have 3 dudes who can go off for 20 any single night. DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, and then obviously Zach LaVine. If Patrick Williams can sprinkle in a couple of 20-point games, throw in some good defense, I really think the Bulls will go deeper than a lot of people are thinking. I was listening to the Locked On Bulls podcast earlier this week, and they were talking about some ESPN report that had the Chicago Bulls offseason at a C-. The reason being is because of the sign and trade with DeMar DeRozan, where they gave up an older Thaddeus Young in return for DeMar DeRozan. So I think right now you just have a lot of people sleeping on the Bulls, but it seems like most NBA fans are extremely excited to at least watch the Bulls next season. They're already calling them Lob City 2.0, even though they have yet to play a game. This team is extremely explosive, and I think with Patrick Williams taking a leap, they can get even further.